try. I sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. We are live.
It is that time of the week, you guys. Welcome
Back.
to 10 Drink Minimum.
Still alive. The weekend didn't kill us. It only made us stronger.
I had a good time.
Did
I mean,
you?
I'm enjoying, like, not going out, I guess.
Really?
I mean, I remember, like, back in Portales, like, when the only thing really did, you have to be creative with your free time.
Yeah.
Now I don't, it's, like, kind of like that.
So when you were in college, so what kind of things did you do in college that you've kind of brought back into your life now that you're sober?
I don't know, I'm been more into video games, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And I'm really good about putting my phone down when I'm watching TV now, which is,
Really?
yeah. That's
More cognitive of it?
Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, I'm going to put it away.
Are you afraid you're going to, like, upset the television? You're not paying enough attention to it?
Yeah, the TV's like Snapchatting. Look what my watcher's doing while I'm playing content. Boo!
No, and then I stopped really posting on Facebook. I do Snapchat more, I guess. I don't know, but it's just kind of, dwindling my activities down to a certain amount of a handful of stuff, I would say. I mean, there was a lot going on last night, and I ended up going just to a game night and then coming home and going to bed by 11 on a Saturday.
On a Saturday? You're in bed by 11 on a Saturday?
Yes.
You know, it's funny. Like, I'm getting older and I have to get up earlier for work now. So, like, around 11 o'clock is when I start to just wind down.
The thing is, you go to bed earlier or later than I do, and you wake up earlier than I do.
Well, I'm starting to nod. I'm starting to, like, But so then, like, on the weekends, I have that thing where it's starting to get around that time where my body's like, hey, this is when you go to bed. And if I either have to give into it or I have to fight it a little bit.
Shut up.
And if I fight it a little bit, I get a second wind. And it comes in, and it's like, you're good. I just remember, like, around 11:30 last night, I was like, I'm done. I should just call an Uber right now. Then I had a couple more White Claws, and all of a sudden I was like, you know what? I feel pretty good. And next thing I know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? I'm crazy.
You ever have that moment when you just look into, like, a mirror and just, like, stare at yourself, and it's like, the fuck am I doing?
What am I doing with life?
That's what it happened a lot, like, this year.
Yeah?
Just looking at the mirror, Billy, you stupid son of a bitch. And it's not even, I think, like, the last time I remember doing that was when my car got, that's the last time I started drinking. It's like, you're done. You're fucking done. Like,
Yeah.
like talking to myself
Yeah?
in the mirror. That's happened.
You had that moment in the movie where you're just like, stupid, stupid, stupid.
Pretty much.
No? Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was that bad. Well, like, I wouldn't consider myself, well, I guess I am sober,
Yeah.
quote unquote, because I'm not really doing anything.
Yeah.
I just don't like that, like, hey guys, just want to let you know I'm sober. And
I'm no longer drinking. I just do cocaine and marijuana.
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the idea of people getting their addictions under control, and I totally respect that. I'm just not the one that's gonna, like, post about it. Like, take 30 days, guys, sober.
Right.
I think I remember, like, a couple days, like, oh, it's been like 2 months, so it's, I don't know if
Well, what's funny about all of this is, like, we do a show called 10 Drink Minimum, and you're sober. And I mean, every time someone brings up the alcohol thing, I try to go, well, it's not actually based off alcohol. You know, originally it was based off the 2-drink minimum. Like most comedy clubs have a thing called
It's a 2-drink minimum.
2-drink minimum. So our show was called 10-drink minimum because you would need that to be think we're funny. But it's been this thing where people now just associate us with alcohol, but then Billy doesn't drink. Then last Saturday, we're at the Hemp Fiesta at Balloon Fiesta Park, and this guy comes up and gets mad, and he's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "We're a web show on the internet about drinking." It's like, we drink when we do the show. You're at a pot festival in your show about drinking. I don't know why is there not a show here about weed? And I was like, well, I guess they didn't. I guess they didn't make the cut.
Guy,
dude, why don't you start one, a-hole? I'm sure no one's done a weed cast. I'm sure there's not one. There's like one in town called like the High Guys or something, or there was. I don't know if there is anymore.
Huh?
People start one up. They last about 6 months, and then they, stop posting. So I don't know. I don't know what's around anymore. But I'm sure, if you could start one, sir, you'll probably be successful. He's probably listening. He's like, fuck those guys.
All we're saying is maybe drinkers are a little more productive.
Right.
I don't know. Like, as someone did have was with their iPhone recorded my my ramblings when I was high, and listening to it when I was not high was really embarrassing.
Oh, really? Somebody recorded your ramblings when you were high?
Yeah. Well, like a conversation between like
were
two
you
or
high
three.
on the marijuana?
I was high on marijuana.
I was high on the heathen devil weed marijuana.
But then again, like I probably enjoy like maybe a few minutes of people talking while high. I mean, because people can function on it just fine. It's like they're better when they're high.
Yeah.
And I remember like there's like a show with that rapper, I forgot his name, but
Snoop Dogg?
No, but actually he's one of the people who can totally function just high,
right?
And but what's that guy's name? He has a show where he watches movies and he's hanging out with his friends. And it's,
Doug does movies.
Yeah, the Vice. It's on Vice Channel.
Oh, I don't know.
Viceland.
Well, it's not Doug does movies. He's a comedian. He's not a rapper. Oh, I know who you're talking about. It's that big fat white guy.
Yeah.
What is his name?
I'm just Googling white rapper high show.
Yeah. Does anybody in the chat know what it is? It's, God dang it. I can picture him, too. He has that big beard.
Yeah. What is his name?
I can't think of what it is.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, there's this big, white rapper dude. And he watches... He also does... Like,
Action Bronson.
Action Bronson. And he does also like videos where they cook and stuff too, I think.
Yeah.
Or he's been on some. I don't know. He was all over the place for a while there. Now he's kind of disappeared. So
anyway, his show is kind of neat. I mean, it was.
Do you watch it?
Well, like a couple of episodes.
Aren't they like in front of a green screen too?
Yeah.
Like, watching. Interesting. Do they put stuff on the green screen?
Sometimes it's like you can tell there's a person, the producer of it, that does all the special effects and whatever.
Oh, sure, yeah. He's
and
not
then,
going to do it.
and then he's just kind of there.
He's like, I'm the talent, yo.
Yeah. And he's just getting high and watching movies and giving his commentary and his insight. And it's interesting. I mean,
yeah.
But like if that were me high, I would not be able to. I mean, I'd get scared that I was on camera. And then I probably start sweating.
I always love that.
There's
There's someone
attack.
like about weekly. Somebody goes, "I watched your show the other day. Did you know Billy's not on the camera?" Yeah, we're very fucking aware that Billy's not on the camera. I always love that. No, I'm like, what? He wasn't? He was out of the frame.
I just really wish that somebody like
Billy's actually behind the camera.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because like you have these rappers like Action Bronson and you have Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube. There's really going to be a point where there's kids who aren't even going to know that they were rappers. That's how they started out, like as a rap. Like Snoop Dogg. I guarantee there's people who literally had no idea that he was a rapper.
Oh, right. And Ice Cube, yeah.
Yeah. And he said something on Twitter, and someone called him out. They're like, "What do you know about being gangster?" And someone wrote, "They're like, he was pretty much on trial for murder." So I think he knows quite a bit about being
Murder was
gangster.
the case that they gave him.
Yeah, right. I remember when there was like a moment when everybody thought Snoop Dogg was going to go up, like he could have got life in prison.
Yeah, I remember
And,
that.
You know, you were like kind of like, "Oh man, do you think he killed someone or was involved in it?" And then whenever it all blew over, like they did that thing where they did the MTV Music Awards and he came out in the wheelchair and they did the murder was the case that they gave me. And it was just like, what the fuck, dude, that was crazy.
And it was one of those things where like they were filming the courtroom and
Yeah.
then they gave him the verdict
Yeah.
and then just to see that.
I remember he's all smoking Indo. No, he's like, Indo. What was the verse? Indo gin and juice rolling up to Chino on the Grey Goose. It's like, I'm going to shut off all these. I hate these.
Notifications.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, weed can be very hard to deal with in social and just doing stuff. That's the moral of the story is
Moral of the story.
just don't smoke an entire bowl by yourself.
No.
Find a strand that you like and just don't do as much.
Yeah. Well, and I guess like today, I mean, I've never smoked weed my entire life, but you know, I'm hearing that like some of like when we were up in Pagosa, you were saying that the weed it was pretty strong, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That commentary.
Well, yeah, no, it was pretty strong. But I wasn't sure if you want. I was also eating a gummy bear there.
Sorry.
That was the.
What's a totally different chemical compound if if it's in your lungs and say like you digest it? It's like a different. It's some kind of some enzymes and bullshit that's different, and then that's why I don't do edibles because I'll be looking at staring over a cliff, looking at my own death. Whereas if I'm smoking it, it's like, oh, okay, here it goes.
Well, that's weird. See, I like the edibles because they're all like nice and chill, and
What?
they last all day.
Oh my gosh! See,
Also, they don't hurt your lungs.
Oh right.
Yeah. See, I think if I did something like that, I'd probably pass out for like 3 days.
That's also a nice part about it. You just wake up periodically and eat stuff, change the channel on the TV, go back to bed.
You know that scratchy, raspy voice you get from years of smoking? Somebody doesn't smoke cigarettes, but I met someone who smokes a lot of weed and is getting that voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Someone says in the chat, contact high much. I don't know what that means.
That means like you.
Oh, I know what a contact high
Oh.
is. I don't know what they mean in reference to us.
Oh, it's like Chris. Let me explain this. What a contact.
I'm pretty. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, mansplainer. Is it mansplaining if you explain it to another man?
Yeah.
I guess it still is, right?
It's still mansplaining.
Yeah. It's like, thanks, man. So yesterday, I want to give a shout out to Broken Trail Brewing and Distilling. So Matt hits me up and he's like, hey, this is like mid-afternoon. He's like, you want to go to the Distillers Festival or whatever? New Mexico Distillers Guild Festival. And I'm like, I've never heard anything about any of this whatsoever. Sure, what time is it at? 6 o'clock. And I'm like, okay. So I hit up Josh because we're going to the arcade. So I thought Josh was going with us. And so Josh and I go over there. Remember I asked you yesterday, I was like, have you ever heard of the Bank Lofts?
Yeah, you asked me that. I had no clue what it was.
Oh, they're saying Pagosa. Oh, there was no... See, go back... If you think there was a contact high in Pagosa, go back and listen to that episode, because I thought we were going to go to a dispensary, and there was just going to be weed smoking everywhere. Go listen to that episode. One of the best episodes we've ever done, and it is nothing like that.
That place was clinical with
Yeah.
security out the wazoo. Like,
Sterile.
yeah.
Sterile.
Like-
Sterile. Sterile. So you're saying
Like,
don't?
there was no smoking whatsoever
Yeah.
in there, near there.
No. So there was no contact high in there. Edibles were very nice, so I've heard that's what I said. But anyway, so I'm all excited because we're going to like this Distillers Fiesta Festival or whatever, and I'm excited about it. until I realized it's on the rooftop of this building, and this is the building that's connected to NYPD Pizza.
Oh,
So it's that's on fucking East 4th.
yeah. I know where that is.
No, NYPD Pizza. Like that's like on Second, in between Second.
Yeah,
and-
it's East 4th. It's like the bad side of 4th Street.
Oh, east of 4th Street.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, but it was it's on Central right there. Anyway, so we go to the door, and they've mangled my name, so it says Chris Bernell, Bernell, and I'm like, that's me, and she goes, I don't know. I was like, it's pretty sure. I was like, Matt Simons put it there, and she goes, oh, okay. Yeah, he came down 10 minutes ago. I'm like, cool. So we take the elevator all the way up to the 12th floor, and I'm excited. We walk out the elevator, we walk out the little doorway, and we're on the top of this building in Albuquerque. And immediately, fear and vertigo hits me. I'm like, oh, shit. You can see the whole city, and it is like 12 floors up, and I'm like, ooh. And the floor is like, the ceiling, the rooftop is like mushy in a couple spots, you know? And I'm thinking to myself, let's take hard liquor, give it to you for free in samples on a rooftop. This is a terrible idea.
Welcome to the world of liquor distribution.
Right.
We like to see people fall down and hurt themselves.
Oh, yeah.
I remember going to, I think the
It's
very...
not fall down and hurt yourself at that point, James. It's fall down and die.
We would laugh even harder.
Splat.
We would laugh even harder. This guy fell off the roof and died. It was hilarious. Hilarious. It was total boredom, total snooze fest till the guy fell off the roof.
That guy could not handle his shit.
Then it was exciting all night long. So yeah, so we got up there, and I didn't realize we have 8 distillers now
What?
In-
I can count 3.
in New Mexico.
I knew we had 5. I didn't know we were up to 8.
There was Silver City. There is
One out of
Silver
Taos.
City, Still Spirits. There's a new one that's going to be between Marble and Dialogue over here. I can't think of the name right now. Palmer, Left Turn, Tractor, Broken
Really?
Trail,
Oh, Tractor
Santa
was
Fe
distilling.
Spirits, and there was one more. I can't think of what it was.
There's the one out of Taos, dude.
Yeah, that's the Santa Fe one, isn't it? Okay, then there's one out of Taos. So there was like
Dang.
8 of them up there, yeah. So I'm sitting there walking around. Everybody has samples of vodka. I'm like, awesome. What'd
Your
you go
favorite.
with? I tried a bunch of different vodkas.
Which
Yeah.
one was your favorite?
The one that tasted like vodka?
Broken Trail.
There you go.
The one that gave me the tickets to get in the door. Palmer was a close second, as they gave me, or Left Turn, as they gave me. The funny part too is like, I'm not gonna say who, but only one. Like you could order a full drink if you wanted one. Only one group made me pay, and it was like the smallest clear plastic cup you can get,
4.5 ounces.
4.5 ounces, $6 for a drink.
What?
But I want to say that Broken Trail and Left Turn neither charged me for drinks. But I was a little tipsy up on this rooftop, you know. I was like, oh boy, let's not fall off. And I did finally. It calmed my nerves. I will say. I was scared. I was like, oh Jesus, I'm afraid of heights. I have just a crazy, insane fear of heights. I can get on an airplane and it doesn't bother me.
I was
But-
to say, I like to get drunk on an airplane.
You put me on a building where I can look off the side and my nerves like are shot. But the alcohol helped out quite a bit, and that by the end of the night I was pretty comfortable with it. But even like talking about it right now, I can kind of feel the nerves in my body kind of tingling, and it's kind of bothering me a little bit. Sometimes I forget of those fears. You know, you're like, oh geez,
Do you get that way, like, watching somebody do that, too?
dude,
I
hate,
do.
Dude, oh, geez.
I
Like
can't.
I watched that movie about the guy that did the tightrope walking between the Twin Towers back in the day, and they did a lot of like first person camera work in that, and it. Ugh.
That's crazy, because you're obviously not in danger,
No,
but still.
but I feel danger for them. I don't know what it is. It's weird. I mean, what fear do you have like that? I have that fear, and I have claustrophobia. I can't either one of them.
Lightning used to be a big thing for me.
Oh, so it was also lightning last night.
Oh shit! Fuck
We're
that.
up on a fucking rooftop drinking vodka, and lightning is blasting around.
Nope, would not be able to do that.
Yeah, so
But you're drinking vodka.
So worst possible case scenario. That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say. No, I'm just kidding.
What was I going with this? About the. Go ahead. I'm sorry. It had something to do with
I don't
heights.
remember. Yeah, like how I don't have to like even be doing it. And
I was going to say that there. I guess we would call them adrenaline junkies.
Oh, yeah.
I hate adrenaline so much. It is probably one of the worst feelings I have.
Well, in the worst are like those people now that do the squirrel suit thing. I was watching Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel, and what was it like a third of those people die. Like it was like some really high number.
Holy shit! Really?
Oh yeah.
What's a squirrel suit?
It's where you jump out of an airplane and you have the suit that attaches to your feet and.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And you fly like a flying squirrel.
Yeah.
And I guess like the big place. I think it's in Utah. I may be wrong. I'm sure somebody will. We're not based on facts here, but there's that one big rock that has a hole in it, and that's like the big one to like fly, and you try to fly through the hole, but a lot of people have been killed there.
Oh shit! There's like the one guy, the big guy with all the YouTube videos has the most views. He died doing that shit.
Well, the guy from Nitro Circus, like Roner, he was a big like on Nitro Circus. It was like basically Jackass. It was made by the same people who made Jackass, but they used extreme sports athletes instead, and they would do crazy stuff. Well, the guy on there who was like the extreme skier / base jumper. He got killed, and he was parachuting down, and his parachute opened, and he was gliding down with the parachute open, and it slammed him into a tree and killed him.
Holy shit!
Like, Jesus. I remember watching Nitro Circus. We would watch that shit all the time, and one of the things they did is they were in Las Vegas. Like, they had to stop doing that TV show on MTV, not because of ratings, because the insurance was like...
they'd be stupid to insure something like that.
They would veto, like, the stunts. So they finally did the Nitro Circus movie, and, like, almost the entire movie's filmed outside of the United States. But when they were still doing it in the United States, one of the things they did is at the Palms in Vegas, they have that ghost bar up on the roof. And Travis Pastrana and that guy, Roner... Like, they just go get in the elevator, and they're, like, wearing, like, helmets and the fucking parachutes. And they get to the top floor of the ghost bar, and they just both roll in, and there's a guy behind them with, the GoPros. And they just, like, start trucking through the bar, and they just jump out of the fucking bar, out of the hotel, and base jump down and parachute down. And then there's, like, a van that drives up, picks them up, and drives away because it's absolutely illegal.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? And then... Later that night, Travis had a room there, and he was, like, lower down, and he fucking jumped off his balcony in the hotel and base jumped down. It's like...
Crazy. See, there's,
yeah.
like, some kind of neurological, like, weird thing about their head. Like, they're just not scared of shit.
I don't... Yeah.
When I was teenagers, we called people like that, we said they had Superman complex.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and then, I don't know if you ever watched Nitro Circus at all. So they had one guy, and they call him Street Bike Tommy. And he was the guy that wasn't, like, actually talented. He was a contractor. And I don't know how he ended up meeting him. But, like, all the stunts he had to do was, like, just any stunt that people could just regularly do. And in one of them, they had a big foam pit, and he jumped off, like, this super high dive, just feet first down into it. And almost killed him because he went so far down into it. It took him like 18 minutes to dig him out. And they were like,
oh, shit.
Yeah, because he suffocated. So anyway, they those, I think they're called a glom. It looks like a caterpillar. And they'll put them out on a lake. And one person lays on one side. And then one person jumps off something. And
oh,
shoots him up.
I've seen this.
So in the movie, they are in like Brazil. And they find the tallest building in Brazil. And you know how like some buildings like a partial of it stops and then the other half goes up higher.
Mm-hmm.
So on that part that's partial on this super high like building, they put one of those gloms on there, and they put the bass drumming guy on the end of it. And Tommy, because he's fat, him and another guy jump off and hit it and shoot the dude up in the air off the building. The bass jump down. Well, they re-show in slow motion, and Tommy hits the glom, bounces off, and barely keeps from falling off the fucking skyscraper with no parachute. It was like, you guys are fucking stupid. And they're like, look what almost happened.
No, can't. See, that's the shit I would feel like super anxious for them.
Yeah.
But
So when people do shit like that, I just like, oh, that gives me enough adrenaline. I'm fine. I'm fine with that much adrenaline. If you want to do something crazy, I'll watch it, and I'm good. I don't have to do it. I have no desire. So that we did that last night. It was a good time. It was really fun. I would do it again. I just didn't understand the rooftop scenario with people just drinking hard liquor.
Actually, I can explain that for you.
Okay.
I know the person that actually owns the top floor of that, and there is a liquor license attached to it.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
It's a place you can legally sell or serve alcohol.
Okay. Well, and then they also three of them had like the pop-ups. Oh, I did find out something. So 3 of them had the pop-up tents up there, and it's just like windy as shit, and they had sandbags holding it down. I'm just like, jeez. So I did find this out. In the city of Albuquerque now, you can no longer have one of the pop-ups that we have, like in the park, without a city permit, and they're $40.
really?
Yep. So what happened is someone in one of the city parks had one of those up, like for their family, you know, and they didn't have it staked down or anything. So the wind catches it, throws it, flying through the air, wraps around a kid, and just mangles them.
Oh, shit.
So the city was like, nope, can't have that without a permit, $40. But then I'm also like, you know, they were waiting for like some shit to happen so they could charge $40 for a permit.
Right.
That's like as much as they cost for you, like a freaking noise permit for you to have a freaking party.
Right.
You see, like, the bureaucracy in the city, like, $40.
A kid got hurt. One kid in this scenario that was 1 in a million shot got hurt, so now you can't do it. And it's like, I was sitting there saying that, and everybody's like, well, it is dangerous. I'm like, a lot of things are fucking dangerous, you know? The wind can pick up a lot of things. How about the shit it picks up out of people's yards that they don't hook down and fly all over the place?
Yeah.
You know?
Patio furniture. You have a permit for that patio furniture?
Right, those plastic chairs.
I just saw it fly 30 feet.
Right.
That could have hurt someone.
So I just thought that was pretty funny. Now you have to have for $40 to get one of those. So they're like, well, somebody sued them. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to go to the park, and they don't let me have the pop-up tent. And whenever I get super sunburn, I'm going to sue them for the skin cancer I'm going to get. Like, fuck you. I don't know. That's so dumb. I feel like one incident should never make policy.
Right.
How random is that incident? Flew and gnarled a kid. Why couldn't it just gnarl the drunk dad?
I'm just trying to think of, I'm sure there's a million of them, but just like stupid policy because when somebody fucked up. I'm just trying to think of the one. Like driving drunk. Like somebody fucked up once and now we can't drive drunk anymore.
Way to go. Way to go, dude.
Jeez.
Yeah, somebody. One person.
It was all fun and games, so that guy went the wrong way on the
What
highway.
do you mean
Killed a
drink
bunch
and
of
drive?
people.
Well, Ron got drunk. Smashed into a bus. God dang it, Ron.
Ron ruined it for everybody. Let me take that. Drinking, never do that, guys.
I'm pretty sure that's the plot line for Footloose. I'm pretty sure.
Got ruined dancing for everyone. God dang.
Right.
That one time.
One time, dumbass. Way to go. Yeah, that's pretty funny. So yesterday, Billy and I went, and Marty, we check out. So I guess these things are popping up. Is this? I wonder if this is everywhere in every city.
It's not the same Because we there's arcades we grew up on.
Okay. Yeah, so these mega arcades. So we went to one of the mega arcades. So in Albuquerque now, we have Dave and Buster's, a really, really poor Dave and Buster's. I remember we were excited it was coming in, and it got here, and we're just kind of like... It seems like every time we get something that's like that, where you're excited about it, we get it, and it's like the watered-down shit version.
Oh,
always.
yeah.
So then we get that place, and they're saying nice hat in the chat.
I work at Burger King.
And so we get the watered-down Dave and Buster's shitty place, where you spend $20 and you play an arcade game where it lets you play one level, and if you want to play again, it's another 6 tokens. And then a beer is like
$3.
no,
$2.
Dave and Buster, Dave and Buster.
Oh, yeah.
Does it. They're like $7.
Oh yeah, fuck that
$5 or
place.
$7. So then the main event opened up. It's kind of what Dave and Buster should have been. It's a little bigger, has a bowling alley. Still, the beers are like $5-6. There's food. Still has the arcade games where it's like you play a racing game, you get first. You don't get to play the next level. It's just over. You know, like whatever. So yesterday, Billy, Marty, and we went to this one, and it's called Round One, and it's in Coronado Mall. We went to the mall on a Saturday.
Yeah,
I felt like
cool.
I felt like I was 15 again. So this one, by far, so far, my favorite of the mega arcades in Albuquerque. We go in, very Japanese.
Yeah, very like there's some games that aren't even in English.
No, like we're trying to figure out how to play this game, and there's no English whatsoever. Like, okay, well, fuck it. There was a game that Marty was playing where the controller is a table, and the whole idea, we think, because it's all in Japanese, is like the dad and the family are sitting there, and the kids are like all on their phones and are reading a book, and they're not paying attention. So the first thing you do is you slam your hands down on the table, and he does that, and then everybody kind of goes, oh, and then you grab the table and you flip it. And depending on how well you flip it, it throws everything off the table, like on the screen, like it flips the table, and everything flies off, and you get points. And then it shows you like several times in slow motion how well you did.
And like there's damage bonuses and
Yeah.
like breaking a TV.
Insanely Japanese.
That sounds amazing.
And there's like like vending like little claw machines of like super cute Japanese video game cartoony
stuffed Domo characters.
Yeah.
I won a stuffed Deadpool, and so did Marty, because I think they set the machine up wrong, so it was kind of easy, and we cheated it. There was a couple of those times where the Deadpools were about to fall over the edge, and they were just sitting there, and Marty did it, and I did it, where you walk by and hip check the machine a couple times, shake it loose a little. So the beers for a 16-ounce beer, $2
pint.
For a 22-ounce beer, $3.
And it just blew my mind. And if I still drank, that would be my bar.
Dude.
I want to go here.
If you have children and you're just like fucking tired of them, you're just like, go here, let me fill your card up, go play stupid games, and let me just sit here and drink and watch sports. There's bowling. There's every fighting game imaginable, like 2D Street Fighter type. They had Samurai Showdown. They had all, but it's all in Japanese. It's so weird. Like you're like trying to read like what the special moves are, and you're like, I don't know.
Well, is it in kanji or is it in?
Yeah,
it's in kanji.
I think so. Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
That's the writing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, damn it. I don't know kanji. I was like, is it at least in Roman? No. No, we don't use Phoenician. Is it at least?
No.
Damn it.
Well, then kanji. Yeah. So, of the games I found, there was some really, really cool ones. And what did we find there, Billy? There was one that was like a first-person Castlevania type game, and the controller was a whip, and we were like whipping the skeletons and the bats and stuff. They were flying, and we played. There was a first-person Luigi's Mansion where you had the vacuum cleaner for the ghosts. There was a base. Like the thing that was really cool is there was games where it was kind of analog. Like one of them was a baseball game, and it had a little baseball bat, and you grabbed the baseball bat and you pulled it back, and the ball came out, and you let it go, and it hit it, and it flew up, and it depended on where it landed, like if you got a hit, a home run, or an out. Just like fun, cool shit like that. It was a blast, man. I had a great time.
I totally want to go check it out.
Yeah, very Japanese.
$3 22-ounce beers.
Like you might have a seizure in there.
Oh, and I had a 99-cent scoop of ice cream.
Yeah, 99
Fucking-
ice cream.
It's fucking amazing.
I don't know how they make money. It's got to be money laundering or something.
And I was telling Chris, this is the perfect way to money laundering. Like, there's no like real like overhead you have. Like, you can say like, oh yeah, this machine brought in this amount of money, but no one
Yeah.
ever plays it. So
Money
that
laundering.
and it's there's no like real currency being exchanged. What would just
No.
like because it's a card, perfect money laundering.
Right. Like you're not winning anything or giving anything back.
Yeah.
You're just burning it. Oh yeah, it was packed in there too. I mean, there was a lot of people, but it was fun. I had a good time.
Yeah, it was great.
It was the best of these like mega arcades that have popped up now. It's weird how that's a thing again.
Mm-hmm.
But like I was playing, there was a drum game where you literally had a full drum set. So I sit down to play. I'm excited. I'm like, this is gonna be cool. Then I swipe my card, and everything comes up as Japanese. I'm like, shit. I can see the symbols, but then the music comes up and it's like, pick the music. I have no idea what anything is, and nothing was like famous stuff. It was like it's probably famous in Japan.
Yeah.
It's probably like from the initial D series, song 3, and I'm like, ugh. I played it for like, I failed really quickly because it was not like the Guitar Hero or the Rock Band drum set.
Yeah.
It had 2 pedals. It had like 4 different cymbals, 4 different drums, and I was like, what the shit, dude?
Yeah, they don't fuck around over there, man.
No, they do not. It's pretty intense, but those rhythm games are pretty big. And everybody's like, was Pachinko there? Is that what's called Pachinko or
Pachinko, yeah.
Pachinko? No, there's no Pachinko.
Good.
Isn't that a
Well,
gambling game anyway?
Yeah, it's a gambling game. I was like, I don't think they would have that there anyway. That's like a casino game.
Yeah, but I mean, you could probably win tickets, but
What's a plachinko?
Pachinko, it's really big in Japan.
Yeah.
It's almost like vertical pinball. I don't know how to explain it.
It's like their version of slot machines.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
There's like a little game going on, and you can get money, but it's all
Yeah.
about gambling, and yeah.
I don't know if there's skill involved. I've just seen it in movies and whatnot. I just seen it on some movies and such.
And such.
What do you
I-
think? No, go ahead.
I haven't actually, I haven't seen them either. I haven't like played it either.
Oh, I've seen those
You
games.
just pulled it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that Shenmue game. I used to play that all along.
Oh yeah, there you go. Perfect. Pachinko.
Shenmue 2.
Hey, Pachinko.
One of the greatest games of all time. And there's going to be no sequel to it.
Yeah, there is. They're crowdfunding it right now.
Shenmue?
Yep.
Yeah.
There was a 1 and a 2, and then they're crowdfunding the third one.
Because this 2 was one of my favorite games of all time.
They're crowdfunding the third, as far as I know.
Oh, that's... What?
And I'm pretty sure like when they're done, there's a way you can get all 3 of them bundled.
Let's see. Yeah, Kickstarter. Shenmue 3's Kickstarter. You better be donating to that Kickstarter.
Well, I'm going to. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's going on right now. It's for the PC and for PS4.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I'm not exactly sure why. Because, I mean, I really enjoyed playing that game, but now I don't know why, because I remember going back and thinking about it, and I'm like, what did I do? I got up, and
Oh, all I remember is...
I went to kendo
Hey.
practice, and then I had to go to the grocery store because I was late for work.
Yeah.
And then, I had to say hi to my friends.
The neighbor. Hey, Ryu! That's what all the time. So, hey, Ryu!
But the
That's all I
ending
remember.
was so crazy, like where you end up in that cave and it sets it up for the third one, but never came.
I never played the second one. I always played the first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The second one's great. I never played the first one.
Oh, okay. So but on the first one, it was always, "Hey, Ryu," and then you do those things where, like, out of nowhere, like someone was driving a car too fast and they were going to run you over, and you had to hit the exact button at the right time to avoid it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and if it didn't, it'd run you over or something. You get in a fight.
It's like, oh, man. I knew I should have gotten the job down at the
Yeah.
docks instead of over at the grocery store.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They have different hours.
You'd work at the dock and you'd have a forklift. This is a video game. I had it on the Dreamcast. Someone said hashtag Burger Time. Burger Time's one of my favorite games. I played Burger Time at Sister Bar all
Yep.
the time. And, well, that's what's weird too. Is now you've had this like everything that's old is new again. So you go to a bar now and there's several pinball machines now, and
I never stopped playing pinball, just for the record.
nor did I.
And
But I mean-
the advances in pinball are quite extreme since I was a child.
Yeah, but you start to see like all these old arcade games pop up like Burger Time and Q*bert and Pac-Man.
Like not even that, like even like new games,
Yeah.
like they have that fucking 8-bit like vintage look to them.
Right.
Like Minecraft, one of the biggest games for like little kids.
pixel art.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's big right now. There's a couple of games that are coming out this year. Well, you have Hyper Light Drifter that came out. That's pixel art. Very amazing game.
And
It's a big deal right now. It's a really big deal right now, guys.
Well, I'm actually pretty stoked about that because I spent most of my youth learning how to do art pixel by pixel.
Really?
Yeah, I learned the
Well,
entire RBG scale.
I figure people could do pixel. Anyone could do pixel art if you just you just take your time, because that's what it is. It's just like filling in boxes,
Yeah, pixel by pixel.
pixel by pixel, and then there's a lot of animation. But yeah, there's like a cyberpunk one that's coming out that's pixel art. It's like wow, that's crazy. My favorite was Hyper Light Drifter. That game was so badass.
like Undertale is like one of the better RPGs like
Yeah.
out of the last few years, and that's super like looks like Super Nintendo.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 16-bit, and it's supposedly one of the best RPGs
Yeah.
like in the last
Well, that's
few years.
how Hyper Light Drifter is. It's like 3/4 angle, and it top down, like not straight down, but like at that angle.
Uh-huh.
It's like
Like Diablo.
It's like Zelda with fluorescent colors.
Weird.
It's like Zelda if it was a futuristic game, because it's top down and you walk, you walk left, right, up and down on the map, and the soundtrack is just phenomenal. And that was all done through Kickstarter, so that's kind of interesting. All that stuff is coming out, and I was watching on YouTube like one of those top 10 lists, and it was like top 10 pixel art games that are coming out this year, and there's all kinds of them. So it's kind of interesting how that old is new.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it now. That's
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, if you don't watch the cutscenes, if you're actually watching the gameplay, it's very, very Zelda. So it's kind of interesting how that was a big deal. How Zelda has still, throughout all this time, is still making people make games. I don't know how you put it. I don't know. But
Inspiring.
yeah, but you go to the arcades, and like I remember when I first went to Sister Bar and they started having the games, I was like, you guys really should put in a quarter machine here. This sucks. So they finally did. I was like, thank God.
Right?
Because you go up to the bar, it's hard enough to get a fucking drink as it is, but to ask for,
A roll of quarters.
a roll of quarters.
I'm an adult. I would like $10 in quarters,
Well,
please.
and the thing that's got to happen now is, like, when are they going to come out with these machines? If they're going to do quarters, right? Do a thing where you can put in your card and you can get, like, $3 worth of quarters, your debit card.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks, if you don't have any cash on you.
Well, yeah, but that also that kind of like ruins the expensive thing about. I mean,
Oh.
if you have just a change machine, all you have to do is fill it
Welcome
up
to
with
Game
change.
Chat. This is the Gamecast.
I'm hoping within the next 2 to 3 years I can go with my phone, click next to the machine,
Yeah.
and then I'm ready to play.
Well, what was crazy too is like I showed you one of those games, those racing games. So there's like one of those racing games where it's like 5 screens, next to each other, and then at the end of it, this one I never seen one like it, but I kind of know about them because I kind of keep up with video games and shit. So there's like a 6th extra extension, and it's where you sign up and a card pops out, and you use that to customize the car that you have and keep the car, and when you come back to play it again, you put that card in and use the car that you've saved.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I was like, Jesus, that's crazy to me. But it's like they could do this so much easier with like a phone, like some sort of phone thing.
So it is very Japanese arcade then.
make that noise.
Oh, it is the most. It is the
'Cause-
most Japanese thing I've seen in the United States ever.
Because they do that. They do that with fighting games. You can keep your fighting game stats on your own card.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
out.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
by the way, I am ranked.
Oh no, there was a couple of those where it did have a card slot for you to put a thing in for that. Yeah.
What?
And I was just like, wow.
So you can save your ranking.
I used to go to the arcade like pretty much weekly when I was in my teenage years, but I would have never been so into a video game that I was like, I customize a car and keep it on a card, and that seems pretty extreme. But there's people out there that do that stuff like pretty regularly.
All
I
right.
would have.
Yeah.
I used to go to an arcade almost every night.
To the Galleria
Next to my
at
house.
the
What
Galleria.
was the arcade that you went to as a kid?
Iceland.
Where was it?
Iceland.
It was called Iceland.
Iceland. It was next to the Iceland ice rink.
Oh.
It was on. This was way back when. It was on Central, right across from where Castle is now.
You should go on that Albuquerque Remember When Facebook page and go, remember the Iceland arcade?
There was Iceland Arcade, Iceland Bowl, and they had a. I think it was an
Yeah.
ice rink or a bowling rink. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
wow.
It's where they do the indoor like go karting now.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. What about you, Billy? Where was your arcade at? Did you go to arcades?
Yeah, it was the Tilt in Animas Valley Mall.
Oh wow.
And it was there up until like 2011 or some shit.
Wow.
Yeah. And, you know, it was a neat arcade. A lot of, like, half the thing was, like, skee ball and ticket things, but most...
Oh, yeah.
And then, but it had really cool, like, like, Japanese fighting games
Oh wow.
that were
Really?
tight. Yeah.
Mine was I had two different arcades. I lived close to one called Video Village, and it was like the ghetto one, but they had like Castlevania and they had like the Star Wars original Star Wars game and Super Mario game, but it wasn't that nice. But if I wanted to go to the nice one that always had like the newest games, that was the Gold Mine at the mall, and I would ride my skateboard over there. I remember it was probably I would say 3 or 4 miles from my house. Whereas
Damn.
The Video Village was more of a, it was probably about 1.5 miles. But I would get like, if I got and then there was the Pizza Hut next to the Video Village, and they had a sit-down Super Mario Brothers game. And I remember the first time I ever played that game, I remember like it was when it first came out. Like my friend told me about it, and we went after school. And if I had one quarter, I would skateboard 1.5 miles to go play Super Mario Brothers.
How long would you last on one quarter?
Quite a while.
Really?
Oh yeah, and we were really good at it. And then I remember
See, that's where... Go ahead.
flipping through the Sears catalog, and the first time I see the Nintendo home entertainment system in there, and one of the little next to it, it's like showing the games that you can purchase for it, and there it is, Super Mario Brothers, and I'm like, oh my god, I could play it in my own house. And I just started saving my money, and I bought one right when it came out. I had the Super Nintendo, or I had the regular Nintendo Entertainment System with the Rob the Robot. And
Oh,
the,
shit.
And the light gun.
Damn.
And then I never understood. I hated the fucking robot. It was so stupid. I probably played with it like 3 times. It was so dumb. But I watch a game. I watch a historic gamer on YouTube or whatever it is. So the robot actually, they really didn't give a shit about it. They made it for a reason. I didn't know this. So after the Atari failed and the game industry collapsed in the United States, in Japan it was still going strong. They wanted to bring back video games in the United States, and they couldn't get the distributors to bite on it because they were like, nah, video games they were a fad and they're over with, they're done. So Nintendo had the robot there, and they said, no, this isn't a video game system, it's a computer system. See, look, we have this robot that they can use to do educational things with. And the distributors were like, oh, all right. That's what they used. I was
Tricked 'em.
fucking completely blown away by it. I was like, no shit.
Oh, really?
And then it got to the point where our kids were buying them up. They didn't have to. They created a new package. They repackaged it, and you didn't have to buy the fucking robot anymore because it was like whatever. It was a ruse. I was like, what the fuck? That is so crazy.
Yeah, like a quarter, and you would spend a lot of time playing Super Mario. There's
Yeah.
another game, like you were playing Buck Hunter or whatever. That game, you put in a little money. You could play that for like forever.
Dude, that game lets you play for a long time.
Yeah.
Marty and I play. I mean, and I don't know why you would pick the one round. Like, you pay, and it's like you can do 1 round or 3 rounds. Why would you do fucking 1? Well, I'm in a hurry. Okay.
I don't got a lot of time here. I'm just
It's so funny because, like, you wouldn't think that game would be like. I think Marty and I love that game probably more than most of them. That's, Buck Hunter. I don't know why, and it's like you just shoot deer or whatever, and it's it's silly. It's like it's not even a hunting game. You're not really hunting; they're just there in front of you. It's the worst hunting ever imaginable. It's
there's the gear.
It's like you just woke up, walked out of your tent with a shotgun, and there's like 6 deer right in front of the tent. You're like, shit! Boosh, 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 boosh. Fuck, I shot a doe on accident. Oh, I didn't lose my turn. I'm actually getting fined a lot of money. Oh, okay. Crap.
And then you shoot like critters and
Every once in a while there's a fucking mountain lion or a bear mauling you. Seems like a really busy forest. That's what
Yeah.
it seems like to me. Buck Hunter. We should do like a live action Buck Hunter movie. 30 all 2 minutes of it. It's our 2-minute movie. Walk out of the tent. Shit! Boosh, boosh, boosh. That would be pretty funny.
Fucking ranger comes out of nowhere. $2,000 fine, dude. Damn it!
You hit that doe. I saw it. You hit that. Yeah. It's like,
that's
whoops.
another thing. Like, I wouldn't know the first thing about enforcing somebody who's. I guess it's poaching at that point if you can't shoot something. So
Say that again.
okay, so I wouldn't know if I were like the forest ranger or whatever. It's like, man, I'm gonna make sure they don't shoot any, cows or does or
Yeah.
whatever. How would you enforce? How would you
Well, if
just
you
follow?
see him, then you find him.
Oh, okay. I bet that never happens.
No, it does. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, Buck Hunter is like somebody was like, let's just get a shotgun and you shoot animals. The real hunting is sometimes you don't even get to go hunting. You have to. I don't know how it is. Okay, hold on. In every state, they have different laws. In the state of Mississippi, for example, they hunt year round. I don't think there's any really stipulate. I'm sure there is, but they don't have a lot of stipulations. They can kind of go and hunt as often as they want. In the state of New Mexico, you have to put in, if you want to do, deer season, you have to kind of put in to a lottery, and they draw like names, and then they let you know, hey, you drew, you can go hunting, and you get like a tag, and that means you can shoot a deer.
Weird.
Yeah.
So, but so if I wanted to, just go all out and not worry about regulations, I would have to go to Mississippi, or do you have to be a Mississippi resident?
No, you could probably go there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure. And it all depends. And a lot of that, when people think about hunting, is always just like, oh, it's just barbaric and da da da. But it does have its purpose. Like, for example, when I was in Germany when I was staying there, I was there for a month. The family I lived with, they have deer there, like we have cattle here. They have just herds of them. Like, you're driving and you'll see 20 deer herd just running around.
I ran into a deer,
Yeah.
killed it.
So, okay, and there's a reason why, because there's a lot of them now, and that's why they have hunting, is because it's a conservation thing to allow hunting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If there's too many of them, then there's not enough resources, and they starve to death.
They'll have an uprising, and they will take us
They'll
down.
take down the humans, and we will have to fight them.
The deer
But then you'll
proletariat.
get fined if you shoot more than you're allowed, if you don't have a tag, during the uprising. But
But if you punch them,
the family I was staying with, he bought land, and because he bought land, part of the contract was he had to kill 120 deer a year because they have an excess of them there. So he hated venison. He'd been trying to sell the land. He can't get nobody to buy it.
I can see quickly getting tired of venison.
Yeah,
I like it every
He has to
once in
shoot
a while.
120 of them a year.
And
That's a job.
Yes.
That's
And this dude doesn't have a truck. He has like a Subaru Outback that he throws a deer in the back.
That's like one every couple days.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I went out with him, and he was like telling me, he was like, we were up in the tree stand, and he's like, if you see one, if it's in your sight line, I'll hand you the gun, and you shoot him through the heart, you know. And it's like, not he isn't out there because he's like, he fucking hates it at this point, you know. Throwing a deer in the back of the Subaru is pretty rough, you know.
Oh my gosh!
And taking it to the butcher, and I'm like, "What do you do with the meat?" He's like, "We just give it away," because they hate it. I mean, after a while, you know,
too much meat.
Too much meat. Yeah. And so,
what am I going to do? Open a factory?
Yeah. But it's like, you know, what is it in Texas? They have that boar hunting.
Oh right.
Because there's too many. There's just, you know, if they overrun, then they'll like attack, you know, people.
Oh yeah, that's actually not a joke. I was joking about the deer, but wild boar are actually vicious.
Oh, they're mean as shit.
Like terrible things. If you had a bunch of those, I'd be frightened.
I played buck hunter. One attacked me. Dead. Dead as fuck.
That's right, man. Because what you don't realize is you can't shoot them in the head. It just bounces off.
So I'm totally ignorant on this thing, but someone told me, or like I read somewhere, or I don't know where I got this information from, but all pigs are boars if you put them out into the wild.
No.
So you can't like, you know, domesticate a boar.
No, you probably could.
So you can have a farm of like just fucking hairy, tusky little pigs running around.
To a point, you could, but I mean, they're not the same. It's not like a pig turns into a boar if it gets out in the wild.
That's what I heard.
But because there's boars, there's feral pigs. Mm-hmm. You know, there's different. I mean, it's just different species of, you know, that. I don't know. I don't know all the terminology.
I suppose if you let a pig go out in the wild and it, after several generations, it would go back into be a wild pig, but it's not like instant. It would just be a feral pig.
Yeah, because there's the Razorbacks.
There's different.
But they'll fuck you up with them tusks, man.
Yeah. Razorbacks straight up have bones coming out of their backs, man.
See, I just imagine like, because like Castaway, and then you put them on the island, and then like cut scene to like 2 years later, and they have like tusks and hair.
Well, yeah. Well, pigs kind of do. They kind of do have a little bit of hair, but not, you know, not all of them. But they would be feral. They'd just be a feral animal.
Yeah.
But you know, whatever. So let's take this time to take a break. Take a 10-minute break. We don't really have any live events coming up. We do have some in the works, though. We are working on some. I don't want to talk about them unless they're working, but we will be out live again this year at some point. Literally, I was talking last night with somebody about it, so we'll see. They pretty much said, hey, whenever you guys want to do a show at our place, let's set it up.
I recall this. I know what we're talking about.
So yeah, I don't know if you do. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Do you guys have anything coming up that you want to talk about?
Not what I can think of right now.
For our break music, we have been asked to play from the Slow Start Record Studio. Some cuts, so that's who the music's from. It's from the band Sleep Spent. So
yeah, out of El Paso.
Yeah, so check us out here live most Sundays from 6 to 8 p.m. on Facebook.com/Tendrink. Our website's tendrinkminimum.com. Add us on all the cool social media sites. Most of us definitely drink. We do the show. You should as well. But always remember,
never get too drunk to jerk. Tendrinkminimum.com.
Forever on your sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
Oh boy, back from the break. So I read something today, and I want to get your ideas. What you guys are going to do, because this is something that's going to affect us. So, 20th Century Fox, they sold, or they're selling their rights to the Disney Corporation, right?
Yeah.
So the last movie, Marvel movie, that's going to be on Netflix is going to be Ant-Man and the Wasp.
It'll be on
No more
Netflix.
after that. No more after that.
Dang.
So they have announced. So they buy 20th Century Fox. I read another article that it's probably going to be bad for anything that's like horror related or violent, like the Predator movie, the Alien movies, and all these like franchises that 20th Century Fox owns. So the other thing is the reason why Disney's buying these is so that it can create their own Netflix, their own Disney version of Netflix. Will you pay for this new service?
Oh man, that's. I mean, I think the big problem with Netflix, it doesn't have like a lot of like the really good movies.
Yeah.
So maybe this is the Netflix for that, and I don't know. Depending how much it costs,
Yeah.
This may be my new thing.
Right.
If they're gonna have,
Well, I mean, they're going to have anything that 20th Century Fox. Well, I mean, they'll probably move them in and out. I mean, they'll always bring in movies and retire movies. And
Yeah,
bring
expire.
Them back. Yeah. But I mean, it's kind of gotten to where we all hated cable. We all wanted to split off from cable. But then now we're gonna they were like, oh crap. But now it's like going to be worse than cable. Because I just bought a smart TV, and it's like setting up all the different things. It's like you're paying for Hulu, you're paying for Netflix, you're paying for Amazon Video, you're going to pay for YouTube Video, you're going to pay for now this new Disney thing, and by the time you're done with all just those, you've paid as much as you would for like a monthly cable subscription. And you get way less things to watch.
That is true.
You know what I mean? Because, I mean, YouTube is like, what, $14 a month? And they don't have shit for content.
Yeah.
They don't have shit for content. I mean, you get YouTube Music, and you don't get commercials. What's this?
I don't know. I would say, like, it's kind of veering away from actual, cable-like programming, and like, cause you see the videos, you keep saying it's like a fucking clickbait video. It's like, yeah, it's kind of what I watch. It's like 5 minutes long, and I'll set a queue of like 20 of these, and that's like 2 hours, and that's my TV regimen.
I've had a subscription to YouTube Red for now a couple months, I guess, and then now they're creating a new one. They're not going to call it YouTube Red anymore.
It's YouTube Premium now.
Yeah. And I don't, other than no commercials, I don't really see any benefit to having it.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I do enjoy Amazon,
I like
but
Amazon.
I don't see myself paying for it just because I don't order enough from there, and it's because of the.
I like my Amazon too. I have to say.
It's that would be the only reason I would get it.
Oh, I make my money back in Prime.
And then, of course, you have the Amazon Music, but then I already have, YouTube Music. And then you have also, because I really wanted to watch The Americans.
Yeah.
Because, all this, like, I'm kind of gearing up for, like, more politicized stuff in my life here coming up in November. So I wanted to like watch that for some reason, and it's only on Amazon. So fuck.
I have Amazon.
Yeah.
The problem is Amazon's not on like the Apple.
The Apple channel.
Yeah.
Apple TV.
Yeah.
App.
Because that's their competitor. But
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, but I have it. I mean, it's probably on the. Well, I mean, if it's on your phone, it's on your phone.
Yeah, well, I mean, like if it can cast it, then
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with it.
I don't know how many. Yeah, I'm sure I could just give you my. As long as you don't order things on my.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, you. I'm sure I could give it to you.
Yeah, because I've
They are not listening, are they?
Of course they're
I
listening.
have my Amazon Prime and my Amazon
Alexa's
Video.
all reading. Like,
Like,
up in the
Alexa,
kitchen.
Alexa's gonna
No.
snitch.
They recognize our voice.
Alexa's
Accounts, George, Burnett, and
all,
James.
Mr. Burnett, I see that your Amazon is on 2 different channels.
Oh god, and they're so petty on that too. Like I can't because I wanted to get an extra Google
Yeah.
Pod here in the the living room, but you can't buy it on Amazon. It's smart because
Oh, really?
Alexa
You can't buy any of the Google Pods on there now?
can't buy Google Homes. But you can buy you can't. I don't think you can buy you can't buy Chromecasts on there because they have their own Fire Stick or whatever. Like
Yeah,
that
they're Fire Stick now.
so you can't buy Google Chromecasts. You can't buy Google Homes on Amazon.
I've-
Because I tried. Like I was like, I'm going to
Okay.
order this because it's
So
probably
let's-
cheaper.
Let's look at this and see what we can what would come out of this merger that would make this new channel. I mean, The Simpsons, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, X-Men, Fantastic Four, the Die Hard movies, Avatar, the Alien franchise, Home Alone franchise.
I watched too much Family Guy and Simpsons.
Ice Age. Weird.
You're not selling me on anything yet here. I don't know if you've ever looked at what I watch.
You know
on
what?
Netflix.
You don't watch the X-Men films?
You know what's going to happen is
I own all the X-Men films.
people
I
are
literally
going
do.
to be pissed,
All of them.
and they're just going to make something better than Marvel.
Okay, but they're going to take those shows that are all on Netflix and they're going to move those all over to their thing, like Daredevil, Punisher. Those are going to go. Here we go. Let me look through this.
Those are
thing.
going to go, but they're owned by Netflix.
I'm just saying, Dr. Dolittle, The Exorcist, Family Guy, Garfield films. Crap.
Oh man, I have to go to this new.
X-Files.
You can get. I was so hell spent on getting the entire collection of X-Files. It was like $250 like a couple
Yeah.
years ago, and it's like, oh, it's all on Netflix now.
Kung Fu Panda.
Oh shit.
The Taken franchise.
Man, you're still not selling me.
MASH.
Man, that comes on TV.
I can watch
They're paying a
that
lot of
on
money
me.
for this, so I'm just wondering. I got to think most of it's just going to be the X-Men films.
Yeah, probably. The rights to those characters. They're paying for the rights that Fox owns, not for the movies.
I'm starting to wonder, like, what film companies are left. You know,
Sony.
Universal?
Sony and Universal, maybe, yeah. Those
Universal's Comcast, Universal, NBC.
are the- Well, then Sony bought that Crackle channel.
I like that channel.
I do too. I hate that there's commercials. But
Yeah.
I like that's a channel.
Mm-hmm. I do. I like that channel too. I have it on.
Yeah, Crackle.
Because it was for a
hate
while.
the name of it. They need to
for, a while
change it.
for a while, it was the only thing had Seinfeld. So I was watching
Oh,
that.
that's right.
And I was like, oh, this is neat.
What's the deal?
Or what's the one with Phil Hartman?
Oh, News Radio.
News Radio.
Great show.
Love that show. They have all the
Great
seasons on
show.
Crackle. It's so good.
So I don't know what they're going to call it, but they're going to pull. But you got to understand, like Disney. Let's look what the Disney franchises are.
Oh shit, that's a lot. The thing is, I like Disney. What with them being like the devil and all, but
You know what's funny is like when they first bought Marvel and they first bought Star Wars, I was like, oh shit, they're going to ruin it. But then, I mean, I would say with the Marvel thing, they've killed it. Like there's no way they could have done that any better. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's some fucking nerds out there that'll be like, well, excuse me.
Well, the thing is, I mean, the firm financial backing that they got meant that
Sure.
they could really just go to town.
Yeah.
Because before that, like, what do you have? Well, the first Spider-Man movies came out pretty good, but
correct.
Other than that,
well, the first 2 did. The third one was trash.
Well, that's because the funding and every support got pulled because support got pulled because they were putting it into other stuff.
Well, maybe, but they also decided that Topher Grace was Venom, and that was ridiculous. Let's be honest. Are you gonna see this Venom movie? It's coming out. Tom Hardy.
Oh, are you kidding? With Tom Hardy, of course.
Exactly. Like everybody's like, "What about Venom?" I'm like, everybody's mad because they took the spider off of Venom's chest. Because it's not really affiliated with the Spider-Man movies. And everybody's pissed, and I'm like, still a Tom Hardy movie.
Yeah, who cares?
What Tom Hardy movie have you seen? Sucks. Most of them are pretty amazing.
Yeah, man. Even the Star Trek Nemesis, I was like...
Yeah, that's probably his worst.
Yeah.
It's probably his worst film.
Still liked it.
Still liked it.
I'll watch anything with Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That movie, Warrior, people go, I've never seen it. I'm like, you're out of your mind, dude. Go watch that movie
out of your goddamn mind.
You out your mind? Are you beside yourself? This stupid shit.
Jeez, how amazing it was in Mad Max. He said like 4 words.
All right, here's the Disney franchise. So now, keep in mind what I just said. All those other movies, right? Okay, the Aladdin franchise, the Beauty and the Beast franchise, Cars franchise, Cinderella, all the Disney whatever, right?
Most of the Pixar stuff,
all
right?
the Pixar stuff.
All the Pixar stuff?
All the Pixar stuff.
I thought they might have a split there for a second.
No, it's theirs.
So all the Pixar stuff.
The Honey, I Shrunk the Kid franchise.
Yep. Which Rick Moranis has retired on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Marvel Universe Monsters Inc. franchise. Because I mean that's Pixar, but that's big. I'm trying to look through here, but I mean it's not as bad as I thought. The Unbreakable film franchise.
Oh, the M. Night Shyamalan?
They own that? Really? That's weird. I didn't know that.
You know, I am actually looking forward to see Glass.
Because it's probably one of their because they also own. So you have to understand, they own like sub studios.
Oh yeah, no. I understand this.
They own what's the Weinstein one now? What's that one called?
Just the Weinstein Company?
No. Well, okay, maybe it's not that one. It's the... Fuck, what was the one called? Disney... Let's see, Disney-owned studios. Let's see. But they have, like, ones that are, like, adult.
Yeah, it's always like you watch a movie and after, the previews, then there's that long minute thing of like the studios it's affiliated with.
Yeah. Let's see here if we can find out. I mean, they own Lucasfilm, Pixar.
Who owns DreamWorks?
Marvel Studios.
Because if there's no Shrek, then I'm not interested.
Right, where the fuck is Shrek, bro?
That's DreamWorks, right?
Marvel Studios. Well, I think DreamWorks owns DreamWorks, but wow, they own a lot of music stuff too. God, they own another studio. I can't think what it's called. It's like one that makes like all the adult,
Oh, Vivid Video.
What's that?
Just joking.
Vivid?
Vivid Video.
Disney owns Vivid Video. It is one of the nicer adult...
Would you be shocked if it was like Disney buying Pornhub? You'd be like, what the fuck? All right, they're going to own everything, I guess.
I'm really surprised that the quality has gone up on Pornhub.
Here's the screen. This is a Screen Rant thing. I'm just going to look through it. It's like it's 13 brands you didn't know were owned by Disney.
ESPN.
Well, no, well, sure. Oh, well, yeah, they own ESPN. They own ABC.
Oh, yeah.
Vice Media.
What?
Honorable mention. Vice Media owned by Disney.
I didn't know that.
Wow. No wonder they're all over the place. Pixar. Okay, I knew that. Number 12. Okay, come on. Lucasfilm. We knew that. Come on. This article sucks.
Yeah.
Marvel sucks.
Number 4 will shock you.
Number 9. Touchstone Pictures.
Oh, I haven't heard them for a while.
Yeah.
It's like
didn't know that.
Rick Moranis
Splash. Movie? Down and Out in Beverly Hills. Huh? Who Framed Roger Rabbit? How's that channel?
Oh, I'm thinking of Orion as the one that's...
The Muppets. Everybody, who doesn't know they own the Muppets? ABC. We knew that one. Here we're getting up there. Hollywood Records.
Okay, yeah, that's the one you were like, I don't, that's
Yeah. So ESPN. Everyone knows that. I mean, these are people know this.
Yeah, these are known
Scream out
things.
your shit. Number 4, A&E.
really.
I didn't know that. This one, number three will shock you. The Lifetime channel.
Really?
Yeah. Interesting.
They have a stranglehold. They have a monopoly on the
Yeah.
cheesy romantic.
The number 2 thing that Disney owns that'll shock you is History Channel.
Really?
Okay. So they do like some just absolute shit. Then the number 1 on Screen Rant, number 1 Disney owned thing you didn't know they owned was Maker Studios.
I don't know what that is.
I'm trying to read through what they made. Yeah. I don't really see what they've made, but for people that are just tuning in, we're just trying to figure out Disney's launching their own Netflix style channel, and we're like, would you pay for it? Is the content worth paying for? Because it's going to have all the Star Wars, it's going to have all the Marvel, it's going to have the X-Men stuff, which you say, well, that's Marvel, but in the movie world, it hasn't been. So would you pay for the Disney Netflix, or whatever you want to call it, streaming service? Would you pay for that?
If it's $15, yes.
If it's $15, you'd pay for it?
Yes.
I would pay. If it's over $10. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because I've seen all the. I go to the movies and I see all the Star Wars. I'd let you loan me your user ID. That's what they're saying in the chat.
$15.
You would, if it was 15. If you don't have, I would say the hard shut off for me is $10. No way.
I don't know. I think Netflix is going to $11 here soon.
If you
Or
get a
10.
4K TV, immediately this is how technology works. Immediately when I logged into, I get a 4K TV. I log into Netflix, and it immediately goes, would you like to upgrade to 4K Netflix for another $3 a month? And I'm just like living in that 4K like euphoria, and I'm like, fucking yeah, dude.
That's how they get you. Did you do it though?
Oh yeah. I have a 4K TV. I have to see what it does, man.
All right.
Oh. DreamWorks is on my side.
Well, yeah.
I was looking at Comcast Universal subsidiaries.
Interesting.
Hey, man! I got to protect my assets.
What is how
here.
they? Yeah, I mean that, but it didn't even. It wasn't even a thing. I had to go and like, oh, is there a 4K version of Netflix? It came up. It was like we see the it looks like you have a 4K television. Would you like to pay another $3 to watch everything in the for what you've paid for?
What movies though would be in 4K?
I think almost all of them.
Well, like
the
you're not
newer
going to
ones,
watch.
yeah.
You're
Well,
not gonna,
older ones no, but
yeah, you're not going to watch. I guess the newer ones.
yeah, anything new is 4K.
Here's
and
my prob-
anything Netflix makes, they're gonna make in 4K.
I would say, because we watched that movie, that X-Men movie in 4K, and it was too clear. I'm sorry. I don't think I would definitely not necessarily pay for the 4K because, like, I guess maybe for gaming,
Yeah.
but for movies, it just makes it look like
But here's what's fucked up about that is like I have an Xbox One. I have the original Xbox One. Well, it's not 4K. It's 1080.
Oh no!
So if I want 4K, then you can upgrade to the Xbox S, but that's not the best one. You have to go to the Xbox X, which is true 4K, not the S, which does some sort of shit in the background to make it kind of 4K. It's like you people are shitheads. Fuck all y'all.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
I'm
I don't know. I'm done. I don't know. I wanted to feel better about myself, so I bought a 4K TV, and I don't regret it. I like it, but it just tripped me out. It's like, oh, I see that you're using a 4K television. Would you like to upgrade to the 4K package? Fuck yes, of course.
Did you say $3?
Yeah,
I could do $3.
$3. That's not even a beer. That's a beer at the Japanese arcade, but not a beer at the fucking at a brewery. I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know if it's over $10. I'm not paying for the Disney streaming service. Just not going to do it. I'm going to loan somebody my Amazon code so that I feel like the Amazon code is. I would load it to Billy. I might loan it to Smiley.
I have my own.
That one's the one that's dangerous.
Yeah, because you can instantly buy shit off of
Yeah,
it.
people all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, dude, your bank account's wiped out because somebody just went and started one-clicking all kinds of shit.
Actually, I did just recently move my PlayStation into someone's house, and they're like, "Oh, can we put that in the living room?" I was like, "Yeah, but can I lock off all my stuff because that kind of has my Amazon account on it?" And they're like, "Oh, okay, well we're not going to use it." And I'm like, "Yeah, but that doesn't even matter because I recently found out that it's a one-click buy system."
Well, no, you set that up. You can set up Amazon's one-click buy, which I drink, so no. I need to have to put my password in.
Yeah.
That's like the equivalent of today where, like, if you had cable back in the day, someone could come over drunk and order a bunch of porn on your TV, and you didn't know until you got your bill later on.
What the hell is this shit?
What the fuck? Hollywood Foxes? What movie is that?
Sounds great, but
I'm
I didn't
sorry,
watch it.
I did not watch a movie called Hollywood Foxes. What do you mean it was on for 6 hours straight? Yeah. Bullshit. I was not even here that. Oh, god damn it.
I would say I'm pretty good
My
at
cousin
not... I'm hiding stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
say... If I were in a hotel room, it lets you watch a little bit of the porn for 30 seconds.
Oh,
but then you wait 5 minutes and then you turn it back, then you get another 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's like,
The good old days.
Yeah.
Actually, the bad old days.
I was going to
The
say,
bad
I'm
old
like,
days of porn.
well, what about this guy?
Oh,
What about
man.
your cell phone? You have porn everywhere with you now.
Yeah, what do motels do now? Do they still do that thing where you go to a motel and you can rent a movie to watch for the night? Not just porn, but regular movies?
Yeah, they have in-room entertainment. You can
I remember when I was a
order
kid,
movies.
we'd go to a place like that. We'd stay at the Peachtree Tower in Atlanta, and I'd have to stay away from the outward window because I was going to shit my pants because we were on the 56th floor.
Oh,
But
nice.
I would turn it on. I would turn the TV on. I brought my Nintendo with me, but I would turn the TV on to that station that just shows the previews of all the movies that you could rent.
Uh-huh.
And I just remember watching the Crocodile Dundee trailer 1,000 times, easy. It's by the end of our trip, I had that preview down.
That's not a knife.
Yeah,
That's a knife.
right. Because it's all really eerie music, and then whenever he goes to the city, it's all. That's not a knife. Yeah. Do you remember those? You'd go and you're just a kid and you're just excited that you're sick. Dad, can we rent? No. Okay.
You used to be able to, you had to call the front desk for them to turn it on.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I ever saw breasts was in a hotel room.
You called downstairs?
No, my dad was like, "Hey, Dad, want to get a movie?" And he was like, "Yeah, what's the list?" And so he's talking to the front desk clerk, and he's like, "Yeah, Police Academy, is that PG?" It's like, "Yeah, I think so." Was it? And so no. So they were asleep, and I was watching this the first time I saw boobs. And I was like, "Holy smokes!"
Oh yeah, because in the first that is a whole topic we should do on a show.
Yeah, I think so.
Movie franchises that started out R-rated and then became a family thing.
Oh yeah.
What was it? What's another one that's just really well known that's R-rated? Because Police Academy, the first one was R-rated, but then after that, they were oh, we could make so much more money if we just make this PG.
Yeah.
And so from 2 on, they were all PG. I think. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of those franchises that when I was a kid, you just everyone knew.
Oh yeah.
And you're oh. But
I didn't know what it was anything about fucking Police Academy.
Oh yeah.
It looked funny. I think the cover is a bunch them in cartoon character kind of caricatures.
Da 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 da. Yeah. I heard they were going to remake those. I'm do we really need to?
Yeah.
Not until Steve Gutenberg's Cold and in the Ground should they make those.
God, what is he doing? Is he okay? But is he okay?
Oh,
Is he
shit.
okay?
I'm gonna need a beer for this. I'm
gonna say he's not.
Steve Guttenberg. Last thing I saw Steve Guttenberg in was a TV show called Party Down. It's great. There's 2 seasons of it. It was on the Stars channel.
Oh, with Adam Scott and
Yeah, and they only did 2 seasons because I think everybody like pretty much went on to just do like amazing projects. What's her face from Will and Grace was on it. The one chick that it was on Glee. That she was like the villain on Glee. She was on it. Even the main actress that was kind of the love interest, she went on to do that a show like on Showtime that was really big. Or
I know what you're. I can't remember these people.
Hold on, let me. If I pull up her name, Party Down. But like Gutenberg, one of the episodes is he plays himself, and they were supposed to do his birthday, and
he was so good in Aliens.
Aliens. You mean Cocoon?
Wait, who? Oh, I was thinking Paul Reiser. Sorry.
I'm all
Gutenberg? My bad.
I was
thinking of Paul Reiser.
Lizzie Kaplan.
Man, I don't remember the last time I saw Steve Guttenberg.
He was in that show. Last time I saw him was Party Down. So, all right. So let's start talking about if anybody's new to the show, we have one segment that keeps going, and it's called "Are They Okay?" Billy, explain what that is.
For any type of celebrity who we feel has been, I guess, dropped off.
Yeah.
And
if you haven't seen them while they're from your childhood.
Yeah, from your childhood, and you want to believe that they're okay in that financially they're taken care of, what with them not being in the spotlight in recently.
Pretty much in our cutoff is like if they live in California and they have below $2 million, they are not okay.
I think it's 3 million.
3 million? Okay.
3 million?
No, we were
I thought it was always 2.
We were doing 2.
Okay, 2.
So
if they're living in like if they're living like in LA,
yeah,
with $1 million, $2 million, you're not doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like in a 1-bedroom trying.
Steve Guttenberg. Okay. I'm gonna go.
If you've retired to Nevada or something.
People in the chat, you can also join in. Basically, what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna try to guess what Steve Guttenberg's. Don't cheat. Do not cheat. There's no winning of this. But don't cheat. If you're in the chat or if you're whatever, how much money do you think? What's the net worth of Steve Guttenberg from Cocoon movies, from
Police Academy?
Police Academy. That's it. That's all I can think about.
Random episodes of Law and Order.
Yeah, is he in Law and Order?
Random episodes.
I have not typed in.
Who isn't?
His net worth yet.
I like to think he's okay, and I think he was. I would like to think he was wise with his money.
Okay.
$8 million.
That's what I was totally gonna guess. God dang it.
He was always a New York-based actor. Okay. I know he's done production. He was a producer on a lot of the later Police Academy movies. I'm gonna say 12.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Fuck it. I'm gonna go 15 million. I know this is wrong, but you took my 8 million. Damn it. No one's saying anything in the chat. Should we give him? Nah. Fuck it. So Steve Guttenberg net worth.
Over 15.
$15 million.
Holy shit! So that's okay.
Oh,
so
yes. Spot on.
Yes.
Okay, he's doing all right then.
Yeah, living like that's enough to live out your time.
That's enough for his kids.
Yeah, you're living in like in a 4-bedroom, and probably in
and
like
that's even
Thousand
in New
Oaks.
York. Well, he's always been New York based. So
Okay.
Or New York or whatever.
Now let's keep the Police Academy going. Michael Winslow.
The sound effect guy.
The sound effect guy. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I did see him.
Beep boop beep.
He was on, I believe, an episode of Superstore. I don't know. That's the last time I saw him.
He's still working. He's still doing stuff, but that could mean he's hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could just be like going around doing like the comic book circuits, Comic-Cons and stuff, signing photos.
When you see him
honestly,
people,
that's pretty good money. But
yeah, it's like $50 to take a photo with him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say $1 million.
$1 million. Okay. Shit.
I don't think he's doing okay because I've seen him in small roles.
Yeah.
It's almost better if you don't see them.
Sometimes, yeah, because that means they're just like, fuck it. I can't get anything
Like
anymore.
Norm from Cheers is like worth like $40 million. And
Yeah,
I was like,
wasn't that, we looked it up and we're like, holy Jesus.
Well,
And
because
they were just extras.
that's
Yeah.
still in syndication.
They were extras that just out of nowhere they kind of got bumped up to. So what do you say? You say $1 million?
I said $1 million. And I'm sorry if you're listening.
I'm gonna say 2.5.
I'm gonna say 5. Okay, so I'm gonna hit it.
Okay.
Okay, I was not as good at this one. All right, who would you say?
I said $1 million.
What'd you say?
2.5.
He's closest. $1.5 million.
Oh,
That's
Guys,
not okay.
Can we get a GoFundMe going? This guy's struggling. Let's see where he lives. See if it says.
If he's living in like,
if he's retired somewhere,
I hope. I don't know, man. If he's retired in New Mexico, he's good.
yeah, right. He's got a mansion. He can.
He's one of the richest people in the state.
but if he, if he's trying to still live that LA life, man.
No, yeah. I feel like after a while they just can't.
Yeah.
They have to move away. A lot of them. Let's see here. Where does he live now?
So Smiley, you spent a lot of time in Belize.
Well, his Wikipedia page is small.
Is the money exchange pretty good there? Like, could you live off, say?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a standard money trade with a deal with the U.S. It's
Is it the dollar?
2 Belize dollars to every 1 U.S. dollar.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
It's
So-
it's a standard.
This it doesn't say where he lives, but in his Wikipedia page, this is kind of rough. It's all in 2011. Winslow worked with Orlando, Florida-based game development studio Fiken Media on a mobile game for iOS and Android platforms entitled Wizard Ops Chapter 1, providing all the sound effects for the game. He also lent his voice on Wizard Ops Tactics, a turn-based game. I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's a job.
It's a
but
job.
I don't know. All right. Well,
Not good. Not good. Wow. That was interesting.
Huh. So I don't know. Florida might be like.
well, how's Paul Reiser doing?
Paul Reiser? Oh, he's fine.
Is he fine?
He's
Oh,
he's
totally.
fine.
Okay, we're gonna do Paul Reiser. I think Paul Reiser.
I'd say 25. No, I would say 17. $17 million.
Okay,
And he's doing fine. Like he's okay taking 2 years
I'm gonna
off.
say $20 million.
Well, see, I just haven't seen him forever. But
Oh,
I
he was in something. He's been in stuff. He was. Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna talk anymore because
I don't know.
this is the game.
now you're gonna throw me off. All
A
right.
TV show I watched recently. He was a regular. So
Well, shit.
Paul Reiser. Oh, he's on Stranger Things.
also there.
Yeah, he's. Oh my god. Okay, I would say like $25 million.
And Red Oaks on Amazon. Now that you've said that, so Red Oaks, he was a regular for 3
Okay.
seasons.
Yo, he's working.
Oh yeah.
Well, that doesn't always mean that's
I
a
say
good
20
thing.
million.
And if you were to walk down the street, like, that's Paul Reiser.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Well, shit.
$25 million.
You say 25.
Yeah.
I say 20.
I'm gonna go with 23 then.
Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Wow. All of us way off.
Holy shit, he's doing great.
100 million?
40.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, he's net worth is 40 million. Yep.
See,
So
But
that's
you also got to think he was on that what was that show with Helen Hunt?
The terrible one.
Oh, no,
But it was on for a number of seasons. It's probably
Oh,
in
that's
syndication
right.
somewhere.
Standby.
What was that show? I can't remember.
Mad About You.
Mad About You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mad about you.
That's right.
Each earned $1 million per episode during the final season of that show.
It was huge. It was a
Yeah.
huge
Oh
show.
my god, Helen Hunt?
Yeah.
No way.
Well, how many episodes they make? They make 22 episodes, right? So
Yeah.
they make $22 million each, that show. So yeah. Interesting.
Damn. The thing is, if I had remembered that show,
Yeah.
I'd have been like, hell yeah.
Mad about
I
you.
thought that's what you guys were talking about, like Paul Reiser. But then he was also, what was the other show he was on? My Two Dads? I don't
He was
know.
on that show. That was a movie.
No. My Two Dads. It was like him and he was like the the straight New Yorker like business guy, and then the other dad, he was like the artsy guy. But the daughter lived with them, and they weren't sure. She wasn't sure which one was her dad because they both slept with the same woman, and then she died.
That's right. I forgot about
my two dads.
Yeah, that guy's doing fine. My bad.
He was in Beverly Hills Cop, Aliens, The Marrying Man, and Bye Bye Love. All big hits.
Oh yeah, he's fine.
$40 million. He good. What's Paul Reiser doing?
Well,
But recently he was on the Netflix for 3 seasons show Red Oaks, which is an excellent show.
I haven't seen it.
It's on Amazon.
I will check it out.
And it ran its course where they actually finished it off and cut the end, which I like. You know?
Yeah, you hate like people trying to fight for another season.
Yeah.
Whereas like just
it depends. It depends on the show. Like Game of Thrones is ending next year. Good.
Yes.
I mean, we're gonna have a vacuum. We are gonna have a vacuum of shows to watch, but I'm good with that. I hate I don't watch The Family Guy anymore. It's I don't watch Bob's Burgers anymore. I don't watch Simpsons anymore. These shows are just money cash cows, and
it doesn't have a story arc.
No, well they don't, but yeah. But when they have a story arc and they just keep drawing it out, they're like, well, now we found out who the killer was in the 5th season that killed his parents finally, but now we found out that there was like a black bag government thing that funded it. So now he's got to take them down. You're like,
Well, I mean, like,
what show is that? A lot of them.
you got to look forward to things like 2nd season of Ozark's coming out.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Lips hot.
As am I.
Haven't seen it.
Great show. Great show. Good successor to Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Worth it. Like it starts out like with its foot to the pedal to the floor. And you're like, wow. So I thought Jason Bateman was just a comedic actor. No, he just kind of does the same thing, and it's not funny. It's serious. He doesn't like change his. And it's awesome.
Yeah,
he plays an accountant that is money laundering for a cartel, and it's
except sometimes he's fucking killing people, and sometimes he's
it's pretty.
But
nuts.
he's just all Jason. He's like, yeah, okay.
It's
just
like
Jason Bateman around.
It's like how
Jason Bateman.
Like in Breaking Bad. Spoiler alert. How by the end he's he's all corrupted and dirty and all that. Imagine if the show started there. The character's already been dirty, and he's like having to deal with that aftermath, and that's Ozark. It's good.
Yeah,
it's a good show.
Super disturbing. Super. It's really fun to watch Jason Bateman make these cold, calculating decisions.
Yeah, because you just used to him like in Arrested Development, where you're like, weird, very weird. So if Billy says if it's under $15, he's going to do the Disney streaming service.
Yes.
Okay. Smiley.
I think I'm good piggybacking on your Netflix and having my.
You don't do that.
My Prime.
And here's the thing.
I think Netflix and my Prime account are fine.
Yeah.
This is the beautiful thing about streaming services on the internet is that I don't have HBO all the time. But sometimes I want to watch some shit, and I'll pay the $15. I don't have it for a month. I'll be like, "Hey, Smiley, we have HBO this month."
I don't understand why you do that.
Yeah, it's because
you have no reason to do that.
Okay, well, yeah, you're right. But then, what if I want to watch some Taxi Cab Confessions? I don't want you knowing I'm watching that stuff.
True. Well, do they even have that on there?
I don't know. Wasn't it an HBO thing?
Here, I'm gonna let you in on something, Billy. If you feel like watching some of that crap,
go on.
Just watch some porn.
Yeah. What if I want to watch a little Real Sex 8?
Oh, for the love of God, watch porn other than that.
I hate that show so much.
It was so bad. Real Sex was like when you were a kid, you're just like, well, there are naked people.
Well, in the 90s, it was actually very informative.
Yes.
And interesting. Also, boobs.
What if I want to watch the first season of Cat House?
What if he wants to watch the entire Spawn in its entirety?
I wouldn't judge him for that. I think it's a fantastic series.
But where else are you going to find it?
HBO. I'm telling him he can do that. He's just like worried that I will see what he's watching, which I don't think it.
No, I don't. It doesn't tell you.
I'm like, it doesn't tell you that, but it is on there. The Spawn is on there.
Really, I've never seen.
It's really
fantastic. Well, hold on.
Wait, like a TV series?
It's the cartoon.
Oh,
it's animated.
Because basically they took the comic book and they animated it. It's very close to the comic book, and I might even fuck that. I might watch them tonight. That's a good idea.
And like I want to say I want to start watching The Sopranos. $15, watch it in like 2 weeks, and then
again, you don't have to. You
I know.
Watch it right here. I don't. You throw $15 out the window. It's like, man.
Yeah, but when he does that, I get to watch it too.
I see. I got you.
And I'll be like, "Hey, Smiley, we got HBO this month." And he's like,
"That's how I got to watch all the Game of Thrones."
Oh yeah.
That was
Did you finish all of that?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
It took a while. After a while, it got arduous. I was like, "Wow, this just keeps going."
It got kind of real for me because like, they've been posting the stars have been posting their like final scene, like after the final scene, like their selfies where they're all crying and hugging. It's like,
we're gonna be rich forever.
Right. It drives me crazy. It's like
we don't have to worry about money anymore.
What's his name? Kip Harington, the one that plays fucking Jon Snow. He's always he kind of bitches that he's like tired of the Jon Snow character.
Oh please!
Like, oh, you poor bastard! He's like you're gonna be rich off this fucking television show the rest of your life. In 2040, they're gonna be like, is he okay? Oh, he's got $30 million. He's fucking fine.
It's like, what is Kit Harington in anyway?
All
like,
right, let's see if what his
like. Oh, he was in Game of Thrones. I forgot about Game of Thrones. Yeah, he's doing all right.
what is his net worth at this moment?
Him, I would say 10 million.
10 million, okay.
Just from the show.
Just from this show, right?
Yeah,
because he hasn't done a lot of other stuff.
He's got another show on HBO too.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what he's at. Kit Harington, $12 million.
Yeah, see,
and
fine.
That's out the gate.
Yeah,
Out the gate. You know, he hasn't really busted out and like made his other stuff. You know,
like after this is over, he's probably, gonna do some shit.
So Claudia Vargas just chimed in. She owns the Kiru's Mexican
Ooh,
food
yay!
truck.
Oh,
downtown,
yeah,
which
delicious.
Is excellent.
Our favorite.
She says, you need to do a podcast by my food truck. I'll bring some mariachis.
I would love that.
Yes. I would say we do an event somewhere, and the food truck is there. Like, we have both.
Oh yeah.
We just do our event and then her food truck. I would totally do that.
For sure. It's my favorite food truck. I always look for it when I go downtown.
That'd be Kiru.
We have a podcast and food tasting. We'll talk. We'll talk, Claudia. Claudia, is it Claudia or Claudia?
Claudia.
Claudia. That's how you say it in Europe. Claudia. So I don't know, but yeah, it's like I'm tired of doing this character that made you $12 million.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Daniel Radcliffe. Never off doing the Harry Potter movies.
Doesn't have to do anything
ever again.
He would probably pay to be in roles. It's like, I want to be fucking Spider-Man.
How much money? Daniel Radcliffe. All you know him from the Harry Potter films.
Yeah.
He's done some other movies.
Oh, are you kidding? He never stopped working. He went straight into theater afterwards.
But theater's not paying him. How much money do you think that's paying him?
It depends on how long the production and.
Okay.
I mean, it depends how successful the play is. Honestly,
how much money do you think he's worth?
Daniel Radcliffe,
$70 million.
$38 million.
You say 38 million. You say 70 million.
$70 million.
I already know, so I'm not going to guess. So there's no way he's making money off the. I mean, the theater one. He probably.
Well, he doesn't get residuals off of theater work.
Sure, no. $110 million.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. See.
He could do theater. He can go, I'm going to do some theater. I'm going to do a movie where I grow horns that go straight to Netflix because I feel like it.
That was not a bad movie.
I
actually
thoroughly liked it.
Honest, to be fair.
Guess what he never has to do again? Anything.
Anything he doesn't want to. Oh.
How
was
much
that one where he played a corpse?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Brilliant.
Swiss Army Man.
Freaking
Where he's
brilliant.
dead the entire movie. Yep.
Nothing but fart
Yep.
jokes and oh
I
my
never
god.
watched it because I was. It seemed like it
So
was
how much is that?
No, it was brilliant, dude.
Because you know what does that kid from the Malcolm kid do at all?
He's a
Nothing.
race car driver.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't remember because he has had so many concussions.
Frankie Muniz.
Frankie Muniz, he has some sort of like genetic thing where that and the concussions he doesn't even remember doing Malcolm in the Middle.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I read. I mean,
What?
yeah, and he's a race car driver now. He's not even an actor.
Yeah,
So-
I read an article where his wife's like, yeah, we can't put that on because he's like, that's me.
Yeah,
That is insane.
do you know
What?
how much he's worth,
$50 million.
James?
I'm gonna say lower than that. 30. He's got medical expenses.
He's like right in the middle. It's 40.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Well, that's when I was like, okay, so I was listening to Stern, and they were talking to Cranston, and they're like, so did this movie like it wasn't Stern, it was one like either Marin or no, it was oh god dang it, from the Man Show.
Joe Rogan?
No,
Oh, Man
no,
Show.
the original Man Show.
Jimmy
Adam
Kimmel.
Carolla.
Corolla.
Oh.
So Corolla's like, so did this movie, did Breaking Bad, set you up for life? And he was like, oh no, I was already from Malcolm in the Middle. And so let's look at his. So
Bryan Cranston?
basically doing Breaking
So-
Bad was like a thing for him.
It was no. I remember when
Like a project of love.
it was a
Yeah.
passion project. Like,
Yeah.
when he first came in town, I remember him. He was like, "This is going to be the best thing." He was
Yeah.
like dumping his own money into it. He was like, "No,
Yeah.
I believe in this project."
So what do you think Bryan Cranston is worth?
$60 million.
$60 million. Okay.
After playing Zordon,
Zordon?
fucking Power Rangers movie,
in
and I
the-
fucking feel filthy for knowing that.
in the Power, dude, I own that movie. It is so good. You need to watch it.
Is it like a new movie?
Yeah,
The Power Rangers movie that came out?
It's on Hulu. I want to watch it.
Yeah.
you should. It's
So,
awesome.
What do you think? Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston. I'm going to say $82 million.
$82 million. Okay. Billy?
60.
60. $30 million.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, let's see. Let's.
He was the dad on Malcolm in the Middle. He wasn't the main character.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But then, Breaking Bad probably will pay him. They say his salary is $225,000 per episode of Breaking Bad. Interesting.
That's still a lot of
Yeah,
money.
oh,
He's
yeah.
fine.
But I mean, $30 million. You're good.
Yeah, he's like, you're not flashy.
No. Yeah. I mean, you can buy houses.
Yeah.
Probably two. You can buy two houses. Two mega houses in California. Not much else. But,
He's fine. He doesn't
he's
care.
fine. He lives in California. He does. But yeah, he probably has a house.
He's got that Zordon money.
But he's still going. It's not like he stopped. He's still making
right.
stuff.
That's
So-
true. He's a working actor. So
There's like a
Yeah.
new show like with him.
Really?
Yeah, someone was telling me about it.
With Giovanni Ribisi on Amazon, where he's like the evil mob guy.
Sneaky Pete.
Sneaky Pete, yeah, he's in it. Yeah, I haven't watched it. Is it good?
I haven't gotten around to it yet.
I'll tell you the show on Amazon that if you haven't watched it, you're fucking wasting your time. Not wasting your time. You need to watch it. The Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Oh, okay. I saw that on there.
Fucking fantastic.
I haven't watched it yet. I've been watching.
You will thank me when it's over. You'll be like, "Oh God, that was really good."
Well,
the
they have-
writing is fantastic.
They have all the Philip K. Dick stuff on there, which I've been going through.
Yeah.
So,
So on that show, like the main actress, I can't think of her name. She's amazing. But other than her, they have what's his name from Monk. The Monk,
Adrian.
the main guy who plays Monk.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Pollak.
Oh, cool.
All amazing actors, And then the guy who plays Lenny Bruce, fantastic. Does a really amazing Lenny Bruce. Just off the charts. Other show, if you're not watching it, it's on Showtime. So, I mean, if you're on Showtime, it's called I'm Dying Up Here.
I haven't had Showtime for a while.
So, there's a show on Showtime called I'm Dying Up Here.
Oh, okay.
It is executive produced by Jim Carrey. It is a fictional TV show based off of the Comedy Store from the 70s.
Oh, okay.
So
shit, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, the main character is like Mitzi Shore-ish, and she has her own comedy club in LA. All the comedians there like work for free because her club is the pathway to Carson.
Yeah.
It's done 2 seasons so far. Fantastic period piece, 70s. When comedy was like about to just blow up in the 80s and just be the next thing. So awesome. So good. So I'm dying up there. I'm dying up here. Gotta watch it. Please watch it so that they do 3rd season. It's so good.
I'll see if I can.
Yeah. You guys got any shout outs or anything you want to do at the end of the Wavy Hour or anything coming up? You don't have anything coming up, Billy?
I think I'm just gearing up for Night of the Living Cover. I know we have a show. Oh, we're opening up for Adam Fawcett here in September.
Yeah, 15th? I think you said I'm gearing up for 9/11. 9/11's gonna be shit, man.
No, for Adam Fawcett. I guess he's a really good guy.
Where's that
at? Moonlight, I believe.
Moonlight. A lot of shows in the Moonlight right now.
Yeah.
I'm glad they reopened that venue.
Yeah. James, you got anything coming up?
Not that I know of. I'm still waiting on this web series to come out. But
oh yeah, you've got what's it called? You can't really say much about it.
It's called Snatchers.
And it's
supposed to be coming out.
You're in season 2?
Yeah, the first season is available online. I am in. It's a web series, so it's split up into like 5 to 10 minute segments.
Okay.
And I think I'm in a couple of those segments.
Nice.
I'm not sure how they have it split up.
You're not even allowed to talk about it.
But I'm not allowed to say what it's
about.
You're
going to be in Midnight Texas.
Yeah,
when it comes out.
When that comes out, we're not done filming. I think we're shooting for a spring release.
Yeah, cool. And we have some stuff in the works. We just don't have anything concrete to throw out to put on your calendar coming up. But maybe we're going to do some stuff with Kiru's Mexican food truck coming up. Who knows? But we definitely do have some things coming up where we're going to be out and about. I'm working with the New Mexico Podskate Board, which I'm a member of. In October, we might be doing a live show for we might call it Podtober. I don't know. We haven't really set it down yet. We've only had one meeting, so we'll see. But instead of doing that festival like we did last year, we might do a whole month where every Saturday we do 2 podcasts at a different location in town.
Okay.
So, yeah. Yep. So that's something that could be coming up. So I don't know. Keep your eyes and ears open. But I want to thank everybody for listening. I want to thank you guys for being here. We didn't even address Holly. Holly wasn't here today. She had a out of town engagement that she told us about, so she was not here. Hi, Holly.
Hey.
Hey-o, River. But, yeah. Thank you guys for listening. With that, we are
10 drink minimum.